Hey, and welcome to another episode of Real Talk with your girl, Leah Lynette. This is going to be a Ask Leah section, as it says at the bottom of your screen. And what this is for you newcomers is people ask me questions. They either email it to me. You can reach me at leah@leahlynette.com, or they go to my Facebook page, which is Facebook.com/The Leah Lynette, and ask me a question. It remains anonymous. Of course, I know who you are, but nobody else will. So we're going to answer a few questions that I've gotten today, or not today, but that I'm going to answer today. Starting with simple ones first. So the first question that I'm going to ask today is, are your boobs real? Really? Okay, yes, they're real, nothing fake over here. Okay, now that that's out the way. Second question, do I consider myself a love guru? No, I do not consider myself a love guru, a specialist, an expert, nothing like that. I consider myself a free spirit and just like to talk and engage in conversation and pick the minds of others. It just so happens that I have a lot of life experience and tend to give pretty decent advice, I'm told, even though I'm also told I can't take my own advice. So it's a catch-22. But thanks for asking. Next question. Do I script my videos? No, as you can see, I do not script my videos. I used to do a couple of different shows and they all were scripted and they are fine and dandy, but this is my personal blog. It's my own thing. So I kind of like to just talk off the top of my head, and sometimes it's rambling, sometimes it goes great, but it's always real. And since it's real talk, I like to keep it 100% truthfully, not scripted. Just me giving you my raw answers without too much thinking behind it, because if I sit down and think about something, I'll wonder, okay, is that going to offend somebody, or should I really say that? And just me talking, you never know what you're going to get. So I just go ahead and talk. I don't do much editing, like I add pictures or my little graphics or whatever, and that's about it. I don't really cut and paste unless I just really mess up or start cursing, too bad, because I kind of do have a sailor's mouth. So no, I do not script these shows. I don't at all, just because I'd rather you get, the real answer straight out my mouth. I don't want to think about it too much. All right. Okay. So to my real question of the evening from Mr. Anonymous. We are not going to name your name. But it comes from Facebook. The Leah Lynette page. Let me scroll. I'm on my phone, people. I told you it's real. Question. I've been friends with a woman for 7 years. I have fallen in love with her over the years. Watched her fall for the wrong man time and again. I want to be her man. How can I tell her? What should I do so I won't ruin our relationship? Wow. Now that's a deep question. I'm going to change this song because I don't want to hear living like we're bulletproof while I'm answering this question. So that either. Okay, we can do Tyrese Stay. Anyway, to answer that question, wow. You've been friends for 7 years and you're in love with her. Okay. Just to be real, if y'all are really good friends and you've been friends for 7 years, I'm pretty sure she already knows that you're in love with her. I'm just saying. Unless you're just completely blind or you're just a great actor, women pick up on these things. We tend to know when a man is into us, especially when a man is in love with us. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, if she knows, if she hasn't said anything, then maybe she doesn't feel the same way. Or maybe she's comfortable having you there as her Justin. And when I say Justin, I mean just in case. You know, most females have that one man that we, you know, string along or have there because we know that they're in love with us and they're going to be there no matter what. So we string them along. And when we're, you know, not happy or having a bad situation, we leave them on or, you know, play with them or, you know, keep them as our Justin. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it happens. That's my initial reaction. Just to preserve your feelings, I would be interested in knowing her side of the story because 7 years, that's a long time to know someone and not pick up on anything about you being in love with her. So, that being said, we'll go hypothetical and say, no, she doesn't know. She has no idea that you are in love with her. So, wow. My advice would be this. Tread lightly. I would have to ask you a series of questions, though. Like, is it so bad that now it's to the point where you can't imagine just being friends with her? Because if it's at that point, then you definitely need to speak up. You need to say something. And my advice is just to be 100% honest. Honesty is truly the best policy, even if it hurts someone's feelings or it's awkward. It's still appreciated mostly than, you know, making up some stuff or playing games or trying to run some game on her. Don't do that. It's your friend. And if you've been friends for 7 years and she values your friendship, obviously. So just approach her and tell her honestly, hey, maybe go out to eat, laugh, talk, have a good time, get back to your place, go back to her place, wherever it is in the car, doesn't matter. And just lay it out there. Please don't tell her you're in love with her. Don't do that, because that'll run a good female off. Don't tell her you're in love with her. Simply say that, you know, you've watched her over these years or, you know, however many years y'all have been friends, and you think that, you know, you need to take it a step further. That you have feelings for her. Say you have feelings for her. And that you want to be there. And if you know specific details about the man that she's with or these men that aren't any good with her, use those details to your advantage. Tell her, you know, don't down the man, but tell her what you would do differently. Tell her how being with you would be different than what she's used to. And, you know, you never know. Something might spark off. But just be 100% honest. I can't explain or express that enough. Honesty is the best policy. The only problem with telling your friend that you have feelings for them is that if they don't feel the same, it's going to become awkward. I don't care what they say. Oh, no, we can still be friends. Oh, nothing's going to change. That's a bunch of bull. It's going to change. It's not going to be the exact same. Not saying that you all can't still be friends, because you can, but it will never go back to the relationship that it was before then. So you need to sit down, actually write out pros and cons. Pros are telling her, cons are telling her. And if the pros outweigh the cons, or if you just don't care, you just want to put it out there, and it's time for you to, you know, swoop in and be Captain Save a Hoe, then, you know, do your thing. I'm all for it. I don't really know you personally, so I can't go off of your personality or give you, you know, personalized details of what you should do. But I say go for it. Love is a beautiful thing. And if y'all have been friends this long, you clearly have something in common. You clearly can hold a conversation, and she likes being around you. You like being around her. So all of those things are used to your advantage. The best relationships, romantic relationships, in my opinion, come from being friends first. That's a great basis for any relationship. And since you've been there for 7 years, what better foundation? You know, so my advice, Mr. Anonymous, is to go for it. Plan it out, though. Don't just pop off at the mouth like I do on these videos. Plan it out. Think about what you're going to say to her, because, I mean, it's important. If you've waited 7 years, so it must mean something to you. So sit down, think about it. Plan it out. Not exactly what you're going to say, but plan it, you know, plan out the scenarios. If it goes this way, I'm going to do this. If it doesn't go this way, I'm going to do this. And just be prepared for her answer. I think that's a lot of people's problems. They get these, fancy ideas or la la land and dream about, oh, happily ever after. It doesn't always end that way, and I'm not saying in your case. I'm just saying prepare yourself for worst case scenario. So that if the best case scenario happens, you're even happier because you've already prepared yourself for the worst. So if the worst does happen, you don't become, completely devastated. And that can ruin, a good man, actually. It depends on the type of female that you're attracted to, because, a lot of times one female ruins it for, the lot of us, just by her reaction to when a man actually does tell them the truth. So that's a whole nother blog, and I'll probably talk about that tonight since I just touched on it. But that's my opinion, Mr. Anonymous. I say go for it. Think about what you want to say. Act on it. Do it while you still, in the moment, while you're still brave and ready to go. So go ahead and do it. Act on it. Fast. You want me to do it? I'll do it for you. No, seriously, that needs to come from you. I have asked a male for their opinion, and they are getting back to me. So if they get back to me within a little while, I'll come back on and answer your question from a male point of view. Okay? I hope that helped. And remember, if you have any questions for the Ask Leah segment on Real Talk with Leah Lynette, simply email me at leah@leahlynette.com or come find me on Facebook at facebook.com/TheLeahLynette and just message me your question. All questions remain anonymous. I'm not a prude. I won't think of you different. It really doesn't matter. I just like answering questions and trying to help people, okay? So, until in a little bit, it doesn't cost a dime to, keep it real. Peace.